Out here, your lone man. It's good to be with you again. I want to take a moment and I would like to talk directly to the veterans and active duty military personnel that have found this video. Uh, VA loans is a special thing, certainly dear to my heart. And I've been doing working with veterans and doing VA financing now for 19 years. One of the things that has really frustrated me during that period of time is that there are these, I might call them VA shops out there that present themselves to the veteran as if we love you and we're all part of the same team and come to us for your financing. And they take every single eligible person who can qualify for a VA loan and they just jam them into the VA loan program, regardless of whether or not it's the best thing for them. So this video is not intended to tell you everything that you would need to know about VA financing and how it works, but it is intended to help you understand uh, whether or not a VA loan might be the right option for you, and also the things that you should be thinking about to determine that maybe it isn't the best tool for your financial needs. So with that in mind, as the theme of the video, let me take a moment and just introduce the topic. Okay, so understand that one of the things that makes the VA loan program special is it was actually created by Congress. It's part of the original GI Bill that was passed in 1944. And I happen to be a bit of a history nerd, and you probably all know this without me having to tell you. But in 1944, we had millions of young men who had already served or were still serving all over the world, fighting the Nazis and Imperial Japan. And certainly, there was a desire for society, for government, for everyone at large to see these young men come home and to be reintegrated into society as quickly as possible. Many of these young men, of course, had experienced incredible trauma. They had been injured. They had seen things that are hard for me to even imagine as someone who hasn't served. Of course, those are things of legend. And so the desire was for these men to come home, to stabilize themselves, to stabilize their communities, to start families, to buy homes, and to really reintegrate themselves back into society. So that's the spirit from which the VA loan was created. And one of the things that makes it special and unique is that you do not need a down payment if you're eligible for a VA loan. It's 100% financing. Also, the rates on VA loans tend to be pretty exceptional. So there's one other thing I should point out, which is that there's no monthly mortgage insurance with the VA loan. So even though there's 100% financing, there's no mortgage insurance. Most loan programs do not allow for 100% financing, minimum 3, 5%, sometimes more. And again, there's this monthly additional charge called mortgage insurance. Again, that doesn't apply to VA loans. So it makes it very special. Now, the VA does have another type of fee that's called the VA funding fee. And in most cases, the way this works is it's actually financed into the loan. So in other words, you don't pay it as a closing cost, it's tacked on to the loan balance. Now, how much is the VA funding fee? Well, to be frank, there's a matrix, and I don't want to go down the rabbit hole too much. But first time use for a veteran, it's 2.3% of the loan amount. So to use an example, we're talking about a purchase price on a home for $500,000. Obviously, that's more than $10,000. So it's not a small amount of money. And it's rolled into the loan balance in most cases. Now, it can be significantly more than 2.3%, specifically for subsequent use and things of that nature. And this is where we kind of get into the heart of the video and why I felt compelled to make this video, because I've been frustrated with some of the things that I have seen recently, whereby some of my competitors will meet a veteran, see an opportunity to make some money, and stick them into a VA loan, whether it's good for them or not, and not even really considering the expense of the VA funding fee. So let me give you an example of a scenario you might find yourself in where a different loan program might be in your best interest. So, for example, let's say that you already own a home, you're making your mortgage payments, and perhaps you use your VA benefit to finance that loan purchase. Years have come and gone. You've gained some equity, you've gained some value in your home, and you've reached a point in your life where maybe you need a different property. It's time to move, it's time to upgrade, to buy a bigger home, that kind of thing. Maybe your family has grown. Hopefully, we're all fortunate enough to find ourselves in that situation at some point in our lives. So your plan is to sell your home, take the profits from that sale, and roll it into your new home, and use the profits from your sale as the down payment on your new property. A situation like that, a couple things going on. First of all, you don't need 100% financing. You have a nice down payment. Presumably, you've been making your mortgage payments and your credit's pretty good. And also, you've already used your VA benefit once. So now the VA funding fee is going to be significantly more than it was when you used it the first time around. And therefore, I would suggest if this is the situation you're finding yourself in, there are other loan programs that are cheaper and most likely better for you in that specific situation. Now, there are also circumstances when you could be exempt completely from the VA funding fee. And this is why you really need to work with a professional that has experience doing VA loans. Obviously, I'm one of those people, and I'd be more than happy to work with you. And my contact information is included here on my YouTube page. So feel free to reach out to me with any specific questions. But please take the time to do your research, to vet out a professional, somebody you do like and trust, and work with them. And don't use a call center. Okay. Thank you so much, and have a great day. And I appreciate your attention here.